Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game, I'm playing a free-for-all match on the map Potholes. I'm playing in the bottom middle position, playing as the Soviets. Now, this position it's sort of okay, I guess. It could be worse, but being in this sort of like middling position means you can get attacked possibly by multiple people, maybe one from the top, and one from the bottom maybe. So we'll have to see where our opponents are based to see how good this position, if this position is good or not. Yeah, what I'd rather probably be though is in the bottom left or the top left. Those are the best positions I'd say on the map. As you can see, we've got some ore patches located close by, but I guess there's not that much ore at them, so we will be definitely wanting to expand out into this game to get to those other ore patches. Now, what you can see is this map does have, it's very defensive. You see there's lots of narrow roads going into my base, but they can all be easily defended. So I'm just putting a scout at the roads. I'm also sending a scout outwards as well, just to get a bit more visibility so I can see what's coming. And we can see that Green Dangery is in that bottom left position. So we're going to have to watch out for him, because starting in that bottom left position, it's very, very close to where I am. And I'm probably going to be expanding to points quite close to his base. So I do suspect he'll be the first person I'm going to be fighting with. And we're just getting more and more visibility and find exactly where my opponents are. And we can see Red Nose running some infantry into my base there. I think this is the third one he's trying to get through. And we've just spotted that crate, so I'm going to go and see what that is. Because crates can be very, very valuable early on, depending on what they are. And it's 5 infantry, so, I mean, it's better than nothing, but you can get a lot better things. So sometimes what you can get is MCVs, you can sometimes get extra ore trucks, just things like that. And I think the best crate, which is very, very rare, is the full map visibility, which I've only ever had 3 times. Now, we've seen Darren there, and he's got quite a few light tanks out already, which means he's prioritising tanks early on. Usually I don't do that in like a free-for-all match. The reason is you've got like lots of other opponents, and you can see Dangery's got an infantry into my base there. I think I've missed a spot. There's one of my spots which I haven't got guarded. Now, because I've seen Darren with his light tanks, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a Tesla coil as a precaution. Because if he does go for an attack on my base, Tesla coils can do a lot of damage to light tanks. And also Tesla coils are going to be very good later on if I'm needing to defend. And you can see I'm just starting to build up my tank numbers at the moment. Just need to get that army ready to defend. Although this is a map that's quite easy to defend on. And I just need to make sure I get plenty of power as well. And I think I'm going to expand down to that bottom part of the map. But what I'm going to build is I'm going to build a service depot. Now, the good thing about a service depot is it allows you to build MCVs. And when you have multiple MCVs or construction yards, when you deploy them, you have an increased building speed. So you'll be able to build all your buildings much, much quicker. And that just gives you a big advantage, because that means you can develop your economy, you can build multiple war factories more quickly, and it just allows you to expand and get in a very strong position, especially as the Soviets, because it allows you to have a quicker building speed on things like Tesla coils if you need to defend. Now, the only disadvantage of building MCVs is it makes you a bit weaker early on, so I'm not going to have as many tanks at this point as I could have, but it's probably worth it as long as I don't get attacked straight away. And you can see Green's actually taking his ore trucks up. He's sending them away from his base to collect ore, and that's always like, it's not ideal because you have that travelling time between the ore truck and the ore refinery. One thing to do when you're deploying MCVs is pause the building speed on your buildings and restart it. And what that does is it gives you that increased building speed bonus, which you don't get if you just allow it to continue to build. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my MCV to this ore patches to the left. Because the ore patches on the left, there's a lot of ore there, so it'll be very beneficial if I can get established there. And I'm very surprised my opponent hasn't built his base up north, because that's what I would do if I was starting in the bottom left. Because I think bottom left is usually considered one of the best positions to start with because of this these ore fields where I am now. Now, one thing you need to make sure when you get going for a multiple MCV strategy is you need to make sure you have a strong economy, because having a fast building speed isn't helpful if you can't build anything because you're running out of ore. And you can see I'm just strengthening that economy, and what I want to do is I want to be getting that third war factory. Right, so hopefully that'll strengthen my economy up a bit now, and I'm going to go for that third war factory to get that increased building speed. And you can see he's sending some tanks through almost through my base. Actually, he's going pretty much through my base, which is a bit strange. I don't know if he's built something and it's blocked the path down to his base. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be starting to build some Tesla coils in this area, so when his ore trucks do come through, they will get destroyed. And what I'm doing is I'm just waiting for the attack at the moment, because I'm pretty sure it's going to come very, very quickly. And I just need to remember to build large power plants, and I'm going to build another ore refinery. And now we can see Danger going for the attack on my base to the south part. Now, I didn't quite expect that. I thought he was going to go to the north because that's where his ore trucks were. But he's decided to go another route. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my tanks to his base and have some of my tanks defending. You can see he's also coming from the left as well, with 1 or 2 tanks. And it looks like I'm going to lose that southern spot, which isn't too bad because I can always rebuild. I do have multiple war factories, so it won't take too long. I'm just going to place a Tesla coil up in that gap, just to block. And you can see Danger has also built a Tesla coil, but we're going to make light work of that because we've got heavy tanks which are got quite a good defence. He also didn't have any tanks to defend and help the Tesla coil. And I think at this stage it looks like we're going to be okay. Yeah, you can see he hasn't got much. He would have, if he did, he'd start using it to defend his base. So we're just destroying his main buildings at the moment. You can see he is building heavy tanks. He's playing as Soviets like I am. And yeah, he's got 3 tanks there. We've got 4, but we've got some to bring down. And you can see he's trying to destroy my ore refinery in this part of the base, but it'll possibly go down, but that's not too much of an issue. Yeah, and you can see his ore trucks are all going to 1 ore refinery at the moment, I think. And that's going to cause absolutely chaos, because when you have too many ore trucks going for the same ore refinery, they do get stuck.
Construction complete.
So yeah, I think it's no problem at the moment dealing with green, and we're going to need to watch out what's happening with the other players. And this puts us in a very strong position if we can get rid of, because if we could get rid of the other player at the south side of the map, it basically means we have control over the total south portion of the map, and that's going to give us a very strong economy, and we're going to be able to really benefit from that in tank production. And we're destroying his war factories. We can see he actually built 3 war factories, which I think might have been a bit much considering his economy. But he did have a lot of ore trucks, I guess, so maybe he did have enough to sustain that. I don't know. But he's only got 2 buildings left now, and that's going to be Dangery out of the game. Good game for him.
Construction complete.
And what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start building to the right with just power plant crawl, just so I can use that other ore patch. And we can see that Darren is out of the game. Now, he did complain a bit about lag, so I don't know if it was lag issues that caused him to tap out, because I certainly couldn't see Nose attacking him at all. So we're going to see how this part goes. And we can see Red Nose coming for our base. So we're going to get our tanks in to defend against this and see how it goes. We can see Nose has got a mix of light and medium tanks. I think he's probably built a few light tanks to start with, and now he's going on mediums. We can also see Nose coming from the bottom right position, so this is quite dangerous. He's attacking from two sides, and he's got a good number of tanks. So we're going to see if we can hold on. We have got Tesla Coils helping us, which is a bonus, but he does have, as I say, he has very, very good tank numbers. And this fight at the moment seems to be slightly in Nose's favour just because of his sheer numbers. But we're not doing well. We're starting to whittle down his forces. I think he's been attacking buildings a bit. So it seems to be going okay for us at the moment. And we can see Nose now pulling back. And we're just going to try and get some kills there. He is focusing a bit on the south position as well. You can see he's moving his tanks forward. And it looks like we're going to lose that stronghold in that area. The most important area, though, is to the left of my base, where the big ore patches are. And we can see him destroying those. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for him to go through this gap, which he hopefully will do. And we can see Nose has got one or two tanks around. Oh, and we're going to need to get these ore trucks out of this area, otherwise they're going to get absolutely pulverised. And you can see my economy going quite strong at the moment. But Nose is bringing another wave in from the right. And now we can see it's all medium tanks. So it's going to be very important. We're going to have to see if we can hold this. He's got rid of one of my Tesla coils, which is a bit of a blow. We have got two other Tesla coils located at the back. And he's going for my next Tesla coil. And he's got it down. So now we've only got one Tesla coil. And he's going for the war factory. So it's quite important that we try and keep these buildings if we can. And it looks like we've just by the skin of our teeth managed to protect that war factory for the meantime. And now we can see Nose going towards the left base I have. And he's going through. We've also got a couple of Tesla coils here, which will do a bit of damage. And we're going to have to see if we can defend this position. We can see we've lost the construction yard to the left. I don't know if it was actually Danger who destroyed that or whether it was Red. But we are a construction yard down. We've only got 2 construction yards left in our main base. And you can see that Red is going in with his medium tanks. And he's managed to destroy my Tesla coils in this part of the base. And it looks like he's going to go for the construction yard. And I think it's going to be a good game because I've got no construction yards left, unfortunately. So that is good game. I mean, it was just unfortunate when Darren's tapped out because it was just after I defeated Dangery. I just needed a couple more minutes to secure my economy and get more tanks out. But that's how it goes in free-for-alls. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.